Hey travelers, I wanted to show you all the bags that we bought the other week from eBags. There's 3 of them and they're all backpack bags, and I wanted to show everybody what they look like because, I don't know, I guess I just think that they're really awesome. But here's the deal with the video. I had shoulder surgery 3 weeks ago, and I have an arm like a Tyrannosaurus Rex right now, so I can't move it away from my body. So I'm not going to make you all endure me like trying to unzip and manipulate it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take video after I've opened it up or I've shown things, okay? And 2 of the bags are the same, and 1 bag, okay, these bags here, these 2, that's for my daughter and my husband because they have 2 good arms. And that one over there, it's got wheels. That one's for me because I can't use it as a backpack, although all 3 of them are backpacks. Okay, one of the first things that I like about these bags, these 2 here, and again, they're eBags brand, and they're not the junior size, they're the full size of their backpack carry-on. Anyhow, one of the things that I like is how much they collapse. Because I'm betting that I'm not the only one that has like a closet full of suitcases, and it's making me crazy because I have, you know, there's 3 of us, and I might have like 5 carry-ons. So, and now I have more, but I'm gonna get rid of my old ones because it doesn't make sense. I mean, even if you nest them in other suitcases, if you have multiple carry-ons, it's just impossible. So I love that this here, you collapse it down and you could really put 2 carry-ons in this size, you know, in the next bigger suitcase and nest it. So I could probably even maybe put 3. And so I'm just thrilled about that. I mean, you can see the other one, the black one's my husband's and the blue one's my daughter's. And the blue one I stuck a pillow in, because obviously we're not packed yet, to, you know, show you like if it's packed. And that's not even expanded. Like it'll expand too, but I think if you expand it, it doesn't fit in the, it doesn't fit the rules for carry-on. So just FYI that. But it'll be great because what we're doing is we're traveling to Europe and staying with my in-laws, and we're going to travel and do some like short trips, like 2 or 3 days. And so we can expand it out and carry what we need and not have to worry about it. So it's just awesome. So when you get it, it comes with these 2 straps. And it took me a second to understand what this strap here was for. And it's actually to stabilize the bag if you're using it as a backpack. Because I guess really in theory it could be relatively heavy for the person, so that holds it to your back a little bit better. And the other one is a strap that you can use to carry it. But the other cool thing about this bag is it has also, sorry, it's just hard to like do these things with you have one hand. This here is a really sturdy strap. And then up here, oops, there's another strap. So there's those 2 handles. Now I'm gonna pause and connect the other one because I can't do it all at once, and show you where the other strap connects. Okay, now the backpack part of it, I flipped it over. You can see here, the zipper, all the straps and stuff are in there. In theory, you could also use that to stick some flat and smooth things. And then down here is where that other thing connects. So I will just pause and then I'll show you the straps for the backpack. Okay, so these are the backpack straps when they're out. I'm not thinking that this thing here really goes up here, but maybe somebody else can correct me. I mean, it just seems like it makes more sense down here, especially given the size of it. The concern I have here, again, and this is just because they're plastic, is that these guys here, the backpack straps, connect into here. You know, I think that, God forbid, something happens and this breaks. You could, in theory, probably figure out a way to loop it around this to use it as a backpack if you had to. Again, I'm not really sure about those. These guys here, I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get closer. They clip onto there. I pulled them off. It wasn't really that hard to do. So they remove, which is a good thing. And they also move up and down. The problem is that I pulled it off pretty easy. So I'll show you my bag. And I think that there's probably a better design for these guys. But, you know, if you don't want them, they're easy to take off. Okay, the strap connects really easily. And the only concern I have, and maybe this is completely unfounded, I just pull it over. It connects here, and it's plastic, but you know, it's probably one of those really sturdy plastics. So, but we'll see. You know, if we use it, and if anything happens, I definitely will let you all know. And this is the other connection. So it just, and it's a nice. This part here is really nicely padded. So it's. For the amount that we paid for it, it's totally exceeded my expectations for that. Okay. So on the front of the bag, there are a few things. Again, there's the handle here that I didn't even include. So there's 3 handles that are nicely sewn onto the bag. I mean, they're real sturdy and they're padded, so they're really nice. And then there's this little guy here. Not sure what that's for. And then here, there's a place for you to put your, you know, information, so you don't have to have a tag hanging off the bag. And then if we unzip that, this guy comes out. Now, I don't know if it's, I mean, I guess in theory, if you were backpacking, you could put a water bottle and stuff in there, but what I think it's intended for, and oh God, I'm sorry, I'm so shaky. It's just, I'm using the dinosaur arm. Anyhow, what you can do is you can pull it. See, this is why it's hard to do things with one hand. And I know I could put it on a tripod and do it that way too, but it's too late. Okay, so anyhow, it's got one of these little toggly things, and you could actually cinch it down. Okay, just be impressed that I did that with one hand. And put stuff that you don't want easily stolen in there. So anyhow, and then stuff it back in there. But when you do that, you definitely can't put a whole lot because it's not super duper roomy and everything. So I'm just gonna pause this so that I can't even talk today. Pause this so that I can zip it up. Okay, on to the next zipper. Okay, this one here, well, you can see how far my hand's in there, and it's the whole thing. So that's, and it's over this way too. So that's the full size of there, and that's a really nice. You can see it's big. It's a nice size. And the next one we have is ta-da here, and that's big too. In the inside, and then it's got here a little thing that I guess you could put your keys and things like that. And then here it's got a little pouch there, maybe for pens, and then your phone, and then a zippy one here, and then it's got this one. I'm just gonna pause again because it's too hard. Okay, so this one here, it's not as deep. It goes down a little ways, and then this one goes all the way down, so it goes all the way to the end here. So it's nice and deep. So if you need to put your travel documents and stuff, you're all set. So here we have another pouch, okay? And you would kind of guess that it would go all the way down, but it doesn't. It only goes to there. Okay, so it's not very deep. I'm not sure what I'd stick in there. I guess you could put a pair of sandals. Anyhow, so there's that one. Okay, so here's what the inside looks like. And the top part has a zippered netting compartment. And then the bottom part, it has a pouch here that has a zipper, and that's removable. Oops, sorry, that's removable. And then it's got these, and these straps here, not only does it have that, but I figured out that they also, again, easier done, not filming, go in there, so that's pretty cool. And then it has this here, which this here unclips and you can lay it down. You can't take it out, but it's kind of cool too because you can separate stuff. So overall, I really like it. I just wanted to add this. I had these, I didn't get from eBags, but I had these, and the big one fits in there really nicely, and the little ones you could fit into. I really like those. I just think it makes it so much easier. I even use them for electronics because it's just so much easier to pull that out if they really want to see something than to have them rifle through everything. And it makes knowing that you've packed enough stuff to like easier, I think. It's just me, but also, God forbid that, like, you know, they rifle through your suitcase, at least your stuff isn't everywhere. Okay, this is my bag. And I know what you're saying, like there's absolutely zero way that that could fit into that little slot that they make you put your bag into to see, you know, if it's going to fit in the overhead compartment. And the way that it is right now, it won't, but it comes apart, which is really awesome. And both pieces are backpacks, although I won't be using them as backpacks. And the bottom piece, let me see if I can do this, has wheels, and they're nice wheels. So we'll see. We'll see how they handle Europe's cobblestone streets, but overall, I'm pleased with this one too. And there are a couple features on it that, well, actually just one that I can think of right off the top of my head that I really wish the other bag had. So I flipped it over, and this is the back side of it. And actually there are two features that I wish the other bag had. But if you look here, these are metal. I don't know. Plastic and I don't have a good history. So, although, you know, this all is plastic, but I'm hoping that, you know, this is the only vacation that I'll have to actually worry about rolling it around. So anyhow, here's what it is in the back. Let me pause and I'll unzip. Okay, actually, there's a third thing. You see this here? They are squishy, nice, padded. So when you go to use it as a backpack, it's just really nice. So, and here, this is, yeah, I unzipped it. So what it does is it has Velcro here, and down below, there's a place to stick it. Now, over here on the side is where you're gonna be clipping into. So you kind of have to fish those out, but overall, not a bad thing. And then up here, there's Velcro. And you just put that back, and then you can get out the straps. And the straps are nice and padded too. I mean, if they're gonna go to the trouble of padding this, you know they're gonna pad the straps. And the other backpack carry-ons had nice padded straps too. So here's this. Again, these are plastic, and but they clip into here. I'm not gonna do it because, well, I just have one hand and I'm filming. But here, this is the other part that I wish the other bag had. It's these center adjustable straps, but let's see if I can get closer if you can see. Oh, well, you know what? I take that back. It must be the backpack portion that's on the front that has it. These have the same things, and yeah, this one here was the other one that it came off, and then I had to like work to clip it back on, which wasn't exactly easy to do for me, but that's just simply because of the whole one arm thingy. Anyhow, so this is, yeah, this has the same thing. Okay, it's the backpack side of it that doesn't, and then you have these here, which I guess help adjust the shoulders. I don't know. I've never really used one of these guys before, so, and I won't be using it this time, but anyhow, it does have an adjustment, so probably it's to take the weight somewhat and distribute it better, I guess. Okay, this is my bag. And I know what you're saying, like there's absolutely zero way that that could fit into that little slot that they make you put your bag into to see, you know, if it's going to fit in the overhead compartment. And the way that it is right now, it won't, but it comes apart, which is really awesome. And both pieces are backpacks, although I won't be using them as backpacks. And the bottom piece, let me see if I can do this, has wheels, and they're nice wheels. So we'll see. We'll see how they handle Europe's cobblestone streets, but overall, I'm pleased with this one too. And there are a couple features on it that, well, actually just one that I can think of right off the top of my head that I really wish the other bag had. Okay, so here's the front of it with the handle extended. And the handle is nice and sturdy. And here, I'll put it back down. You know, unusual. I mean, it's I haven't used it before, so I'm sure it's a little stiff for that, but it's definitely better than some of the other ones I have. Okay, back to the front side. So the backpack, this part here, is connected via a zipper, but it also has these guys. There's two on each side. So, and of course the zipper's on the other side. So let me just pause and I'll unzip it, and then we'll look at the bottom bag, and then last we'll look at the backpack. Actually, before I take it apart, I wanted to show you. So the backpack also, I guess the third thing is there's a third connector, so that is keeping it attached too. And actually, I think if it was all packed and everything, that would make it easier to get it to zip up. I mean, I think overall, and it could just be because of the fact that I'm not able to use both arms, that it's causing a problem. I know, I won't say it again. Okay, so here's the backpack off of it, the front back, the little one that, you know, your day pack actually. And here, then you have this and this, which you'll want to snap together. I'm not going to, but there's 4 of them, so that when you know, take it and put in the overhead, or you're wheeling it around and you have the backpack on you, it's just, you know, more secure for the zipper and everything. So I thought that was kind of neat that that's there. I mean, it serves 2 purposes. And then here inside there's another, and that's a full length. So there's another pouch here for you to put stuff. And let me unzip the rest. Actually, before I do, I wanted to show you guys. Okay, there's these 2 things here, and you see how these have toggles in them? I mean, not that it gives you a ton of security, but they're also on the other backpack too, the day pack. But you can take and slip, like, you know, I can't do it with one hand very well. Oh God, there I did it again. See, I wasn't gonna talk about that. But anyhow, you slip it in there, and so then it becomes a little more inconvenient for somebody to like unzip it and grab stuff inside of it. So, I mean, they still can, but you know, they have to be a little bit better about it. Okay. So here's the inside of it, and it's got the whole netted compartment in here. Oops, and the little thing that I haven't taken out yet. And then in here, you have the 2 belts and everything, and then there's a zipper part here. So I guess, oops, sorry, it'd be good for you to see that. There's a zipper part here, so you could actually get under here if you wanted to put like shoes or something else that you didn't want to mess up. And there's a zipper part here too. Or maybe you need to get at the inside. I don't know. It's kind of odd, but I suppose that's what it's for. It's probably even this side more so than this side. This side, you just, if you wanted to hide something maybe for the upper side. I mean, there's really not that much. But down here, there's definitely room so you could put shoes or something else that, you know, dirty clothes, clean clothes, whatever, in there. So, but this is the inside. You know, obviously these things take up some space, so I don't think I'll have as much room in this as the other bags, but I haven't measured it to see, but I'm pretty much guessing that's the case. Okay, and here's the day pack. So I unzipped it. Comes complete with our corgi here. Anyhow, I unzipped it, and it's got the same thing on either side. I imagine you could stick like maybe a water bottle in there or something, but it doesn't have, like the other bag had that little thing in there to keep it more secure, but there's more room in this one. So there's more space. And it's got this that can connect to there. And so it kind of makes it a little harder to open up that big compartment, you know, easily and just dump out your backpack. And it's got a handle up here. And here, it's got the two zippers. Let me just show you. See, I have them linked together, so it makes it like, you know, you can't really get into it unless you know, take them and, you know, fish them apart, which, there. Like that, and then you can open it up easier. So, and this one here, you could actually do all three here, but it's got another compartment here, and that goes all the way down. So that's nice. And then it's got this front compartment here that has, it's you know, it won't just flop open, and that has a little buckle thing, and then it's got a, it's hard to, there. It's got a little buckle thing, and it's got a little pouch, so you can maybe, I don't know if my phone wouldn't fit in there. My phone might fit in there because, yeah, my phone would fit in there. And then there's a place for pencils and stuff. So there's that, and then there's another one, but this, again, it doesn't go down. It only goes to here, so this top pouch only goes to there. So there's those two in there. Okay, and then the next pouch has, you know, it doesn't have anything in the front, and it's deep and everything. It just looks kind of flat right now because there's nothing in it. And then it's got a place for, I'm not sure exactly the size of the laptop that it would accommodate. I'm guessing more on the smaller side. You know, probably like maybe a 15-ish, maybe a little bit more. I guess it depends on how, I don't know. I could try it out, but I think that the website actually might have some stats on what it'll accommodate. Okay, so here's the back side of it, and these, it's super padded, so it's great from that perspective. And these tuck into here, so you do have, if you're using it as a backpack, a little place if you wanted to put like some notebook or something, you could. And then these straps, which connect in, and they're actually sewn fast. And then there's this guy, which connects in the front, but they're sewn fast. And then it has, okay, I don't know if I just made anyone nauseous there, sorry. And it has this, and this is what I was talking about before. This moves down, but it's actually on this nylon thing, so you don't have to, it's not removable, but you don't have to fuss with like it coming off, because I think the other one, you know, I mean, it has a greater chance of coming off. But it has a little strap, you know, a little thing there, buckle and stuff, and then I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but there's a little part there, and then that moves too. So that's that. And then here, if I can get this out of the way, there's another zippered compartment here, and that goes down to about here. It goes down to about here, so it's not super duper deep. But the nice thing about that is if you're wearing this as a, you know, day pack, you have the place here where you can stick all of your important documents and safely, because if it's on your back, because what you can do here, I figured out is, let me just, you know, let me pause it and I'll do it. Okay, so even if you have it on your back and you're still concerned that somebody could, like, you know, somehow fish something out of there, like just, you know, smack you or something and distract your attention and be able to get into it, you can take this and that little loop thing, you can take this, whatchamacallit, the little snappy thing here, you can take the extra and you can put it in, and so then it becomes much harder to get into that compartment, and so your stuff is a little bit more secure, at least when it's on your back and stuff like that. There's no one can, like, you know, pat you on the back or distract you and, you know, somehow reach back in there and get it. Although, I mean, the likelihood of that's probably pretty small, but, you know, if you're traveling for a significant amount of time in Europe, the last thing you want to do is like lose your passport or, you know, your money or some, you know, credit cards or anything like that, because, you know, you got pickpocketed. So anyhow, just a thought. So my thoughts on this whole thing. I initially bought this bag here. I think actually I got it on Amazon, but I got a better deal by going to the eBags store for it. But I initially bought this bag, And I was so impressed with it that I got that bag for my daughter. Like I said, if I could have, I would have just got myself one of these probably and never gotten that. Although this here, this bag here, well, 2 bags if you want to call it, it's more expensive. I mean, this one here, the other guys, you know, are I'm just trying to think how much I paid. Yeah, this one here is probably $60-ish more than this one, maybe a little bit more. But I think if you were traveling and you were planning on, you know, spending the amount of time in Europe and you wanted the functionality, you definitely could do this, you know, and have a day pack, you know, in a place, if you have a place to keep your other stuff during, you know, when you're out touring and stuff like that. It's awesome. Plus, you know, if you can't really, you know, carry the weight of everything on your back, you know, all the time, this does have wheels. So I think that this is probably an awesome thing to consider for that. I will be using it, and we'll all be using it, and I'll probably be posting sometime later in the summer, because I might use it when we're traveling other places in the summer here, to see and give you an overall review of what I think after we've done some traveling with it. But overall right now I'm really impressed with them, and I'm impressed with how well they're made. I'll be honest, I wasn't really sure what eBags were going to be like, so I just, you know, bought one initially, and once I saw it and saw how well it was made and everything, and the zippers that they use are really good and stuff, that's when I bought another one. And again, I'm just going to reiterate this, I paid for all these. eBags doesn't even know that I'm making this video. I just have so many carry-ons, and these are just, especially these. If you're living in an apartment, or you just don't have a lot of space, they're great. And I think it'll be great, you know, when my daughter goes off to college, she'll be able to have this, and, you know, if she wants to come home for the weekend, which I hope she does, she'll have this to be able to use, and when she's storing it, you know, in her dorm room, it won't be a big deal. So just a thought. And thanks for watching, and I'm going to be posting some travel videos this summer, so hopefully you all will watch.